Hello, my name is Marianne Wright and I work for a charity called Volunteer Cornwall. And I would like to introduce you to the HOPE programme today, which is Help Overcoming Problems Effectively. It's a course developed by the University of Coventry, originally to help people with long-term medical conditions, but has now expanded to include many different themes, such as those returning to the workforce, new mums or carers. It is based on a positive psychology, built on academic research, to address the rising number of people with poor mental health due to many other conditions, including COVID-19. The vision is for everyone to have the tools to lead a hopeful and flourishing life. We at Volunteer Cornwall are very excited to be part of bringing hope to our communities. This isn't therapy, but it's therapeutic and it is fun. So I would like you to start getting involved from today. Each hope session starts with the gratitude wall, and I would like to invite you to email us at hopecornwall@volunteercornwall.org.uk with what are you grateful for today, and we will build a gratitude wall that we can share with you all. I am going to start with I am grateful for having the chance to share the joy of hope. Our team of volunteer facilitators are an amazing group of passionate people who share similar values and who want to encourage and facilitate hope. We want to create an even larger team of individuals with a diversity of different skills and life experiences to join our hope team. For professionals in healthcare, social care, GP practices, employment support, to name just a few, this is an opportunity to deliver the HOPE programme within your own area of work and to support the people that you work with. I'm now going to introduce you to just some of those facilitators to let them tell you about the HOPE programme and what it means to them.
Hi, I'm Alison Flanagan. I've been a HOPE facilitator for just over 12 months now. I first heard about the HOPE programme at a personalised care conference, and I was instantly drawn to it because I think it very much fitted with my own values about supporting people to find their own solutions rather than always trying to fix them. I really enjoyed the facilitator training. We all experienced the course as both facilitators and participants, and I think it's fair to say that everyone came away with some learning about themselves as well as how to deliver the course. I think it's a very good reminder that no matter who we are all on a learning journey. Each course I facilitate is different. The groups are kept to a size that's small enough for participants to feel very safe and to allow everyone to have the chance to speak, whilst at the same time being large enough to have a variety of people and a variety of experiences to share. And then it's very much about who's in the room. People come as themselves with all their history and their issues, as well as their coping strategies and their skills and their personalities, and almost invariably a huge amount of kindness to each other. So I find that courses start with sort of a collection of apprehensive individuals, and then each week you can see confidence growing and a cohesive group developing. I've delivered the course face-to-face and since lockdown via Microsoft Teams. It's definitely different as a remote group, but it's amazing how the technology fades away when people start talking. I also like the fact that remote delivery means that people who are housebound can attend and meet others in similar situations. So I definitely recommend being a HOPE facilitator. I think there's a huge potential for the programme to help many, many people to live better lives. And the more people who train, the more we can reach.
HOPE is about creating a social movement for change. It's a short programme that makes a huge difference to people's lives, and it's there to support people and communities in Cornwall. We hope to see you on a HOPE programme sometime soon.
One of the areas where HOPE works particularly well is with the social prescribing agenda, and many of the link workers have now trained or are training to be facilitators. And here are just a couple of them with their stories.
I was originally drawn to the HOPE programme and becoming a facilitator when I realised that it was a programme that focused on the general well-being and health of people with long-term conditions. these were issues that were the same regardless of whether you had diabetes or fibromyalgia or long-term heart condition, etc. Feelings of stress and sleepless nights and family issues and relationships and trying to remain positive, etc. And from facilitating it and doing the course, I found that it was a really gentle way for these people and for myself as well to actually realise what it is within our own lives and within their lives that they can do to improve and how they can improve it. And actually going through the process and having that self-realisation seems so much more powerful than just being told by a health professional or whether it be a GP or a nurse. And seeing the difference in their positivity and their outlook at the end of the 6 weeks was extremely rewarding. So if you're ever considering of whether you should become a facilitator, I would highly recommend it.
I became a Hope facilitator. I did the training 6 months ago, and the reason I became a Hope facilitator was I wanted to help people with long-term health conditions to build resilience, grow in confidence, and learn to cope better, both mentally and physically, with those conditions in their everyday lives. I also became a facilitator to also have the opportunity of helping them to break out of social isolation and become part of a group of people that they can relate to and identify with, and also give them the opportunity for communication outside of the session time that they may not have had before. Also, by being a Hope facilitator, I was giving those people, participants, an opportunity to engage in something that really matters to them, that they may not have had before because of their symptoms. The great thing about Hope is that it does exactly what it sets out to do. It does build confidence, it does build resilience, and it certainly helps people with long-term conditions learn to cope better emotionally and physically as well.
The HOPE programme has embedded outcome measures using the Warwick Edinburgh Mental Wellbeing Scale and also the Patient Activation Measure. And we are still in the very early stages of collecting any significant data for Cornwall. The data is collected at 4 key stages: on their first day, on day 6, at 6 months and again at 12 months. And this will form the basis of the quantitative data for Cornwall as we move forward. However, we are keen to collate more qualitative feedback from our participants. Before each programme, the new group are given the opportunity to read some of the letters from previous participants. We call these the letters of encouragement. This helps to put them at their ease and to give them a little insight into what they can expect. This feedback is a key measure, and I would like you to hear now from Becky, who is on a current programme.
I was very quiet when I first started, and after a few technical issues, I was able to feel safe within our group, and the other group members gave me advice in several areas, and I was able to give some practical advice too. Each week we fill in and sometimes share our gratitude diary, although if we feel uncomfortable, we don't have to. I have found setting goals quite difficult because no day is ever the same. I really enjoyed looking at managing fatigue and sleep. I think this is one of the areas I struggle with, and if you don't sleep in a pattern, it can make me feel more tired, as it isn't restful sleep, and through sleep we are able to mend. I find that with long-term health conditions, many things have changed within my life. Through doing the HOPE course, I am able to have support. I also know that on this course I am also able to look at the wider picture within my life. Sometimes life doesn't go the way I want, and I now know that having setbacks along the way is going to happen, but it's the way I look at it, and I know there is a way to overcome it. So I'd like to end by saying that although it's scary to sign up to a group or course, but none of us are alone in this.
So thank you, Becky. We are also very keen to encourage those people who have participated on a HOPE programme to consider becoming HOPE facilitators in the future when they feel the time is right for them. So what is in the HOPE programme? Well, as already mentioned by our facilitators, HOPE is a very gentle approach. It's to encourage self-management through the setting of individual and personal goals. As Alison says earlier, we do not tell participants what to say or to think. We provide a framework for discussion and creativity. Each week, participants are encouraged to set a personal goal, and this is followed by solution-focused feedback from the group on the following weeks. We find that as the weeks progress, the group form a united bond with a sense of trust and empathy. I would also like to mention today about our work with the Suicide Prevention Innovation Fund. We are part of a newly launched group of projects to pilot creative interventions to help reduce the current levels of suicide in Cornwall. The funding has been made available from the Cornwall and Isles of Scilly Health Partnership, with a particular focus for us of reducing self-harm within our local communities. Through the adaptation of the HOPE delivery programme, from a face-to-face model to an online model, we are able to run it despite the social distancing restrictions. With the geographical nature of Cornwall, some people with certain conditions are often precluded from face-to-face delivery, and the online option opens up an opportunity to reach further afield. This specifically opens up opportunities for those who are housebound, who perhaps have some mental ill health conditions such as agoraphobia. As part of the COVID work we are undertaking, we have anecdotal evidence from the link workers and community makers that there appears to be a raised level of those thoughts of suicide amongst those we are working with. This often comes from short comments such as, "What's the point? I just don't want to be here anymore." Individuals are being challenged with big changes to routines and worries regarding their employment, their finance, and through bereavement. Many of these may have underlying conditions, and because of the situation that they are now in, they feel they are losing their independence. Being told to self-isolate and stay away only increases anxiety and loneliness. We offer the HOPE delivery as part of Cornwall's suicide prevention programme to encourage more people to connect together and to form new social bubbles to support each other through challenging times and beyond. As part of this programme, we're also encouraging all of our facilitators to undertake some suicide prevention training through Healthy Cornwall in order to recognise and support those in these very particular situations. For example, as well as recognising some of those triggers in the conversations, they may also identify where suicide plans may have been put into place. In summary, HOPE is a 6-week programme which helps people to build confidence and self-manage their condition. Anything from physical health, such as pain relief, mental ill health issues such as stress, anxiety, depression. It could be people returning to work after a long absence, parents or carers of children, or just people who are very lonely and isolated at this particular time during COVID. The HOPE programme can offer opportunities to many people and themes, but I would like to leave you today then with 3 key messages. Please share this message of hope. Consider training to be a HOPE facilitator and offering your skills and experience. But most of all, be safe and be kind to yourself. Thank you.